Hi, I'm Pastor Lance Rhodes from Tree of Life Open Bible Church. We wanted to put something together to tell you the whole story about what God has done for us over the last few months. And I just wanted to thank you personally, many of you who prayed and sowed financial gifts into our church in order to help us with our facility purchase. As many of you know, at the end of March, the landlord of our property came to us and asked us if we would be interested in putting a bid in on the property. And about 33 days later, we were able to raise a miraculous amount of money that would enable us to be able to purchase the whole property with cash. We are now a debt-free ministry with no facility rent or lease or mortgage payments to worry about. And we can funnel your continued support into the regular and ongoing ministry that we do at Tree of Life. I want you to watch the rest of this video to hear the whole story, that you might be encouraged and blessed. And thanks again for just being part of this great testimony.
8 years ago, we had a dream. A dream to start a different kind of church. A church filled with people who wanted to worship God. A community of believers full of trust and integrity. Over those years, we slowly built momentum in making this happen, but we never really had lots of traction. There were lots of good things that happened, don't get me wrong, but we just weren't hitting the mark like I originally saw in my head. About 2 years ago, things started getting really hard. My dream was quickly turning into a nightmare. Leaders left with little to no notice. Immorality was hiding behind every corner. And I stood, wishing and hoping to wake up from the nightmare that was surrounding me. Then it got worse. We signed a lease on a property to move in on New Year's Eve. I thought everything was going to be okay. Christmas Eve, our leasing agent handed me a ripped-up contract, and I had to stand before our congregation to tell them that I had no idea where we were going to be meeting. I never thought that my God-sized dream would become this hellish of a nightmare. For weeks, I just wanted to wake up. During our dedication, a prophet of God stands up and prophesies that we're going to own that property. I understand why Sarah laughed when God said she would be pregnant. For a month, our church came into this bar, scrubbed the floors, stripped paint. We took what the enemy was using and converted it into a place of worship. It was one of the most healing things to watch. And I stood there that Sunday, hearing a prophet say that God would give us this facility, and I laughed. A few weeks ago, when the landlord called me and offered to sell us the property, I go to the bank and they say, well, you need $27,000. The landlord told me I had 30 days, but all I had was a word and a dream. And I dreamt. And I believed. The Lord sent money from all over the world as seeds into Tree of Life to help Tree of Life purchase this property, that we might be a beacon of hope, planted with roots, to be a blessing to this community and be a place where God's Spirit can be poured out on a regular basis. May 1st, 2013, at 10 a.m., we closed on a property debt-free. Friend, if I could say anything to you today, if God's given you a dream and God's given you a word, all you need to do is believe.